Hi there YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa the PFJ here. I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever in the world you are. Let's get on with this again. Now, I don't want every single video I do to be about Lord of the Rings, the Rangs of Powah, but God, does the shit just keep flying in. It's actually kind of hard to keep on top of it with every new little tidbit that comes our way. So I feel it is my duty to keep you informed. I mean, you guys are perfectly capable of doing that yourselves, but if you wouldn't mind listening to a middle-aged woman prattle on about it for 10, maybe 20 minutes or so, then sit tight because this is going to be a bumpy, bloody ride. So, what's the latest? It's two things. An interview that came to my attention this morning from more of the actors from this new bloody thing called Nazanin Boniadi and Ismail Cruz Cordova. Now those two are playing. Do you know what? I haven't even bothered looking up the names of the characters because who bloody cares at this point? It's they're playing the elf of colour and the human of the actress is of Iranian descent. Now it was on Screen Rant Plus, which is where I found the clip, and they start off not too insufferable. I mean, the first person I hear talking, well, they open the clip with a really iffy statement from Nazanin, but the actor who plays the elf, he starts off kind of okay. He's just saying how he's from when he was really young when he saw this. I believe he's from Puerto Rico. He said that he saw this when he was a kid and he had dreams of playing an elf. He was always drawn to them, etc. There's an element of something that sort of resembles respect for it, but it's as it goes on, it just the stuff just piles up as to why this thing is just not what it's making itself out to be. She says something to the effect of that they wanted to be respectful to the universe and to their wish and their aim from this making this thing is to transport people to a different world. Even though, as you and I probably are already, I'm aware, but you guys are probably already aware too, that the narrative that has very much been laced through everything these people have said up until this point is that they want this to reflect the world as it is now. So how can you expect people to transport themselves into a different world when all you're doing is taking current day things, politics and issues, and just putting a Lord of the Rings-esque veneer on top of it? It makes no bloody sense. But it's after this that the language becomes also familiar, and that they say the words equitable are used. She says that she's an activist off screen and alludes to the fact that he is too, the Ismail fella. Community is used. All the little trigger words that make you think that this is just going to be some sort of progressive garbage. If you're those things off screen, fine, but just don't be those things on screen. Is that too much to ask? It seems to be at this point. And it rounds off with the Ismail Cruz Cordova saying something along the lines of that we were excited to make this project for fans who look like us. And okay, great. So you might not be intended to and want to be kind here, but I mean, fuck that at this point, because I mean they're not doing this for anyone else. So they're doing it for themselves, and they're doing it on the guise of, we're doing this for people who look like us, to open the door for them, because this thing is to make it accessible to people, who are like us, who are all the things, the colour, the gender, the orientation, all of it. And it's like, look, those guys have never been shut. There's not some sort of barrier that's been put up to these guys. It's not like you'd walk into like a W.H. Smith or a Waterstones or something, a bookstore of any whatever description, and there'd be some sort of like, they go into the aisle where the Lord of the Rings books are, and then some barrier sort of comes up and goes, nope, not allowed, you can't buy this. It's like, it's such bullshit, and it's just getting so fucking tiresome to listen to. Is that they think if they say it often enough, it might become true to them. When all the evidence from, you could go to any part of the world and you'd find anyone who's a Lord of the Rings fan, they're all different ethnicities, they're all different colours of skin, different genders, they speak different languages. I mean, fucking hell, the books were translated into about 20 odd languages. So how does that then translate to you saying that this thing has not been accessible to you up until this point? The whole argument just crumbles in on itself when you just prod it a little, and it's just getting very, very boring to listen to. But what was really reassuring, as we've talked about in previous couple of videos back, I believe, where it was the response to the San Diego Comic-Con trailer that was put out on YouTube, was the comments. Yet again, the fandom are doing the Lord's work with it. They are just playing with they're like a predator, animal of prey, just playing with their food at this point, and it is glorious to watch. So I encourage you to get yourself into the comment section and just sit back and have a giggle at it. So that's the nice little fun part of the video, which is over now because I'm going to tell you the next thing that I saw, and I believe most of you will have seen it by now, and it is the Instagram post that was made by a certain actress who plays Galadriel in this upcoming series called Morpeth Clark. And oh my goodness, is it a doozy of a post. I looked on Instagram. I'm never on there because it is not a platform I use that often, if at all. I'm barely on most. I mean, Twitter is probably the main one that I use, and I use that sparingly as well. Facebook, I'm very seldom on these days either. I'm on a platform called Locals, which is pretty good, and I sort of check that out from time to time because that's a really nice little platform to be on. I won't say too much about it, it'll sound like I'm advertising it, but yeah, that's a good one. But anyway, back to the original point. The Instagram post from Morpeth Clark, well, she made two, I believe, none of which appear to be there anymore, which I saw, which is, make of that what you will. The one that she sent was just on a black, or just a base, like a no image on the back of the screen, and it was just in bold print. It said, "Anyone sending hate to my black castmates, get off my page, get off the internet, and shut up." She basically just told you and me and everyone who has been given this thing genuine criticism to shut up. How about no? I can't with this shit anymore, because it's like, you want this to be great, right? Even with all of the intentions that you have, which from most of our points of view is that you just want to take something that is beautiful and pure and is a wonderful universe with wonderful lore written by an absolute certified genius of a man in Tolkien, and you're just going to rip it to shreds for the sake of identity politics and ideology and make it all about yourself. Okay, no, we won't shut up. This is just coming at the crest of the amount of times they've tried and failed to get us excited about this, because everything that they put out, everything that they shovel into our mouths is just not getting anyone excited. It's not filling anyone with any good feelings about how this is going to go. And it's just, this approach is becoming like clockwork. The whole thing of the promotional material getting pumped out to the point where people are sick of it and they don't like what they see, and it eventually just culminates in someone from the production, be it Star Wars, be it whatever one it's been from the past, or Star Trek, whatever one of these franchises that suffered from this in the past few years. It's just becoming a bit of a sort of merry dance these days, isn't it? It's about as predictable as an STD outbreak in a bloody brothel. It's getting really dull. We're not racist if we don't like this. If we're just saying we have reservations about how this looks, we're allowed to express our opinion, darling. That's what the price you pay for living in a free country. You're British. A lot of the people who are expressing their opinions about this are American, come from other parts of the world, and they're going to platforms where they should be able to voice their opinions freely. If there's any examples of any genuine, real racism towards the people, then fine, deal with that in the individual cases. But saying you don't like the look of something because gender and identity politics is being injected into something that we love, that's not racist, it's not sexist, it's just us saying how we feel, and we feel like this thing is going to fucking suck. So, there. Oh god, it's really... I don't want to get... I've said this in the last thing, I don't want to get angry, I don't want to get mad, I don't want to rant on, but god, it is so difficult, because these guys just keep throwing these pies up in the air and we just keep hitting them. It's like, if this thing turns out to be great, then fine. I don't have much confidence in that at this point, but if it does turn out to be good, great. I will eat whole crow. I will grab one flying mid-fucking air pluck it out of the sky, and I will shove it wholeheartedly and happily into my mouth, one by one. I really don't mind, because then, you know, we can all sort of sit back and just enjoy it like we're supposed to. But all signs point to no, so sadly, yeah, I didn't want this to be another negative Nelly sort of video, as you say, but no, it's not easy to get be confident or to get excited about this when everything that we've seen so far just doesn't look good. But hey, what it does mean is that it's less than 2 weeks away now. It comes out September 2nd. As I've said already, let's just kick back, have whatever beverage of your choice, snack of your choice. Let's sit back, watch it together, laugh, and tear this thing a new one, because it's about the only entertainment we'll be able to get from it at this point, I'm afraid. Okay, I'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please consider giving the video a like. Please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Comment if you agree or if you disagree, whatever as you feel, just let me know. Share it with anyone you think might get something out of it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.